Good Morning Geelong, brought to you by www.guestmedia.com.au.
It's time for Rawlo again, and he has a political update for us on Good Morning Geelong.
Joining us at the Geelong Cup, Gail Tierney, Member of Parliament for the Great Western of Province.
Western Victoria.
Of Western Victoria. You cover a lot of... welcome, first of all, Gail.
Thanks, Graham. Nice to be with you.
Nice to be with you. And all your present company here today at the Geelong Cup.
Yes, we're looking forward to a really nice day. We just need to make sure those clouds shift over a little bit.
Gail, the world of politics is certainly being emphasised at the present time with the financial situation across the international, national and now starting to get down to the grassroots. How are we finding it?
Look, I think a lot of people are finding it tough. The main thing is to ensure that there is realistic confidence there in households so that people can plan and move on.
And I think that the Prime Minister, Mr Kevin Rudd, has certainly acted very proactively with good support from state and local governments in relation to being able to, well, stabilise the feeling of people towards the economy.
Yes, having that concrete peg in the ground has made a real difference to people. Just moving around Western Victoria today, they've been very appreciative of that very magnificent statement that he made last weekend.
And your electorate, for our viewers, you cover a huge amount of our great state, don't you? Yes,
I do, but my office is here in Geelong on the ground floor at 1 Yarra Street, but the electorate roams from Kyneton, Melton, Werribee, Ballarat, Geelong obviously, all of the surf coast, the coast right through to South Australia, Horsham, which I was there yesterday, and as far north as Japarut.
You certainly have to get around and keep your finger on the pulse. It's a big challenge, Gail, but you've always been a lady who's enjoyed taking up the challenge and been able to face and handle them very well.
Look, I'm really enjoying it. It's a very diverse electorate. For example, talking to farmers on Sunday in Horsham that had properties around Japarut, their crops have failed in the last week and they're finding it tough. This is 5 years out of 7 where they have not had any crops to harvest whatsoever. So it has been fantastic that the Brumby government has come through with a fantastic drought package in recent times.
In Geelong, we've found, unfortunately, the manufacturing sector seems to be in trouble again, but the people of Geelong, we seem to again rally, and the areas of major events, tourism, etc., we can also build on.
Look, there's lots of opportunities in terms of the IT sector and tourism for Geelong and the surrounding areas, but that's not to say that there isn't a future for manufacturing. There are a number of us that are fighting very hard to make sure that Ford Geelong continues along with other component suppliers, and we joined here this afternoon with the Federal Secretary of the Vehicle Division, Ian Jones, and a number of shop stewards will be joining us here today as well.
And Ian has certainly been a man who has championed the cause of fighting for Ford.
Oh, look, absolutely, and we really do need to make sure that Ford continues, not just here in Geelong, but right across a number of suburbs in metropolitan Melbourne too, because without Ford we don't have a critical mass to ensure that the rest of the car industry is solid here in Australia.
I can assure you, viewers, we are in very capable hands. Having worked alongside Gail Tierney before she became an MP, I can tell you she is a lady of commitment, dedication, and she certainly gets the job well done. So carry on the good work, Gail.
I will, and thank you, Graham.
And enjoy your day at the Geelong Cup. You going to have a little tickle?
Well, I've got to study...
On the TAB, that is.
I need to finalise my study of the form guide, and I'll be doing that directly after we finish this segment, Graham.
Thanks very much to Gail Tierney, and we'll let her return to the form guide as we say, Good Morning Geelong.
I'm thrilled to have with me now Channel 7 news reporter and also local Geelong girl, Rebecca Madden. Rebecca, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure, Megan.
You look absolutely stunning. Just tell us a bit about the outfit.
I was actually lucky enough to be dressed by Maya today, who are obviously one of the sponsors for Fashions on the Field. So I actually brought a coat because it's a little bit cool today. I know, but yes, I was very lucky to be dressed by Maya. So I've done a two-piece ensemble with a little vest and belt and little fun skirt, so yeah.
It looks stunning. Now, as you mentioned, a little bit cold today, so you're judging the fashions again this year. You judged last year. What's brought you back this year?
I have just moved back with my husband. Used to live in Melbourne, but have moved back to Geelong. I was born and bred here, but moved back last year. So I came to the Geelong Cup last year as my first time in about 12 years, and so you know, I think it's a great day. I had a great time last year, and why not be part of it again?
Fantastic, absolutely. Now tell us what you'll be looking for today. I did notice when reading the criteria, outfit appropriate for the weather was one of those things.
I know, and you know what, that's always a really tricky one because you have to obviously plan your outfit. You know, some people plan their outfit months in advance and who knows what the weather's going to be. That's always a tricky one. So we'll be looking for girls who are dressed, you know, weather appropriate. But I think we're going to be a little bit flexible on that today because we actually probably have cooler conditions than we expected. So just something that's not too skimpy.
And what are you hoping to see? I have seen some short hemlines. What would you like to see?
Well, you know what? This year, going into Maya and trying to get an outfit, everything is really short. So I will be expecting to see rather a lot of short hemlines. I think that's the fashion this year. But I think there's a lot of feminine floaty sort of dresses, but I think the look this season is really to harden it up a bit. People have got that sort of hard accessories with it, whether they're doing a big black patent belt like yourself or like myself, or you know, some big bangles and things. So they're really taking a really soft, pretty dress but funking it up a little bit and making it a little bit hard and sort of, you know, a bit sort of out there.
Great to have your tips there, and of course I noticed your shoes and your belt, so you're definitely right on cue. Yes, there with the fashion.
That's the
biggest faux pas that you're hoping to not see?
Look, there's a couple every year, and one is obviously fake tan. We do like a tan, but it needs to be well applied, professionally applied is always the way to go. That's about probably the biggest one. I think it's always really important to think about dressing from head to toe. You know, you really need to think about the shoes as much as you're thinking about the dress, and also appropriate underwear underneath your garments, whether you need to do something with your straps or, you know, some lines or you need to smooth out everything. So I think that's also important as well.
Well, Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us on Good Morning Geelong. An absolute pleasure to have you with us, and enjoy the judging today.
Thanks, Megan.
Thank you.
Good Morning Geelong, brought to you by www.guestmedia.com.au.